Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So our presentation will talk about emotional stability among student athletes when resisting swear words in their expressive support in sport competitions. So we are presenting at this conference. So the member of this presentation are Dr. Heni Setiawati, Professor Tandio, and Nur Hazianti. Let me say permission for Dr. Professor Tandio Rahayu and Dr. Nur Hazianti for being absent this morning, but they will be, if they are possible to join us, they will be with us here at this presentation. Now I start with introduction. So far we understand that student athletes emotion that involve anger, happiness, anxiety, sadness, enhancing or decreasing their physical performance, particularly in facing their professional or amateur sport competition. And all matters regarding students' athlete anger, happiness, anxiety, and sadness relate to their swearing expression. So this presentation mostly is relevant with the planned, deliberate, and controlled swearing expression that has happened with student athlete sport competition, both once again in amateur, professional ones. It means that both female and male athletes between, male and female athletes. So we are going to those are what I said regard to the introduction and then point on this presentation. I'm going to method. So this study involved 387 students athletes from both Indonesia and Malaysia. So among 387 students athletes, 45.5% are from Indonesia, and the rest of the respondent, 54.5% from the University of Pendidikan Sport Idris, Malaysia. So they have to be responding here. And data collection was used in self-rated questionnaire. So we use Google Form platform since this research was conducted through the online platform. We are using simple random sampling. Then there are 5 instruments in influencing students athlete swearing expression. First, resisting temptation, managing toughness from breaking bad habit. Then number 2 is about expressing improper words as swearing, then managing physical and mental discomfort. Then the last is swearing when feeling uncomfortable use in determining students' athlete emotional stability. Okay, this instrument used for this research engage in a 5 Likert scale, so 1 to 5 score measure from never to always. So we are analyzing this research by 5 instruments. Now we are going to the result because this will only take a short time for explaining or for presenting this presentation. So this result will talk about descriptive analysis in your resulted in quantitative finding. The first one is about when swearing at the competition. I'm explaining as student athlete. I'm able to resist my emotional competition. So the mean here mean 3.37 and standard deviation 1.189. Then the second one is about that of 387 respondents, 38 or 9.8% students athletes answer never expressing their swear word, and 48 or 12.4% student athletes answer seldom. 100 to 23 or 31.8% student athlete answer sometimes, and 109 or 28.2% student athletes answer frequently. And this is the final stage of students athletes answering the questionnaire, right? Not about 69 or 17.8% students athlete answer always swearing. So this will resist to the emotional temptation when they swear at the sport competition. Then the second finding, or the second case of this finding, regard to students athlete resistant on emotional temptation at sport competition. This is about when they express angerness or sadness. So they used to swear to resist their emotional temptation. So from 9.8%, the students never did swearing, then seldom for 12.4%, and sometimes they swear, and sometimes they keep silent or they do not swear. 31.8, then frequently 28.2, and when athletes always swear in their professional competition for 17.8%. So in this finding, sometimes is the highest score, the first one, or among 387. So 123 students used to swear. And figure to explain about students athletes' toughness in managing bad habits at sport competition. So when they are involved in sport competition, so student athletes' toughness is manageable from doing bad habit at sport or competition. So swearing may manage them in doing bad habit during sport competition. And figure 3 talk about students athlete improper word at sport competition. We can see here the indicator of the first result in never raised 43.2% or 167 student athletes who will never did swearing or never did swearing expression that lead to improper word when expressing swear word. Now we move to the other findings. So this finding also analyze, we what we call here using Pearson correlation. So swearing matters. One, resisting emotional temptation, managing self toughness from breaking bad habit, expressing improper word as swearing, managing physical and mental discomfort, and the last is uncomfortable feeling when expressing swearing words. So if we take a look on the bottom note here, so this 2 asterisk correlation is significant at the 0.1 level, or using 2 tails, where p the value or p less than 0.1. Then 1 asterisk here means correlation is significant at the 0.5 level. Also use 2 tail where p less than 0.5. So if you take a look on a particular attention, take a look comprehensively on the double asterisk, right? Starting from number 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, which indicate the swearing matters. So this will record to a very significant result or impact during student athletes sports competition. Now we will come to the last part of this presentation. We try to conclude what we have in our research. First thing first, the determinants correspond with student athletes' emotional temptation, resistance, self-toughness in managing bad habits, improper word expression used as swearing, physical and mental discomfort management, and swearing expression when feeling uncomfortable, influencing and supporting students athlete emotional and physical performance stability. So five instrument or five determinants influence and support students athlete emotional and physical performance stability. Of course, when they are engaged or when they compete in both professional and amateur sport competition. Last but not least, this study based on our research, of course, also establishes student athletes' purposes at sport competition in terms of self-awareness, self-control, self-motivation, self-expectation in winning the competition. So they have possibility to win the competition they when they manage their self-awareness, self-control, self-motivation, and self-expectation, and domination. When they may control, when they may manage yourself. So self-domination will be possible during the competition to win opponent's mentality. So this will also influence to opponent's mentality.